Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Healthy Lifestyle. A couple guys asked, how come we don't put a video on? It's actually been a few days. Anyway, today we're going to talk about sugar. The benefits. Is there benefits? There's pros and cons. Too much of anything is always bad for you. Sometimes something like sugar is, it's just about everything, especially here in the Philippines. I was thinking the other day, Ruth and I consume a cup of sugar a day. I have usually one between half and 3/4 tablespoon of sugar for my coffee. I don't use any cream or anything. And I raised that. It used to be a half, and I use brown sugar, the sugar molasses sugar. And they claim there's some benefits to that, but after my research, sugar is sugar no matter what. And is it good or bad for you? Can be, because it can raise insulin levels and cause diabetes and other factors. And that's a problem. And getting older, your body's not functioning as well as it used to. So we're going to talk about this today. So stay tuned. All right, sugar. The benefits of sugar. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this little skip video I have. Why granulated sugar can come from either sugar cane or sugar beets. And as you know, most of the time we get all our cane sugar here from the sugar itself from sugar cane, since it's highly populated sugar cane here. Although sugar beets, they grow some sugar beets here also. Some believe like honey, brown sugar, molasses are healthier than cane sugar. I don't really know if it's true or not. I think sugar is sugar no matter what, and I think it does give you more energy, but consumption of that can be detriment to your health. It can, you start feeling bad after having too much sugar. I know it's great for the kids, right? Until they come down off of it. Sometimes it stores energy as healthy fats, but it's not really good for you as far as fats themselves, the sugar itself. When you take in more glucose in your body and it needs the energy for it, the excess gets stored as glycogen. Hope I said that correctly. And fat cells in the liver. This process helps your body's blood glucose level stays normal. The problem is we take in too much sugar, and it causes us sometimes to be unhealthy, like having a big gas tank. You can fill up so much, but then if you fill it up and you get too much sugar, it's going to overflow, and then your body has to compensate for that. And I think that's what it is. It causes, when you eat sugar, it helps keep you in a good mood. Like you have a chocolate chip cookie or macadamia nuts that you can see there. It makes you feel better. It has this hormone that gives you that feel-good feeling, but it raises your mood. It dips in your body's serotonin levels, and while you crave the sugar, especially when you're tired or unhappy, you get that mood boost. So when you eat the sugary treats, now I know that when I have this chocolate candy bar, I feel a lot better for those few minutes anyway. But it can also help in stress to a certain extent, because it actually helps your brain get that body serotonin levels, so it helps you calm that mood that you're in. Although, like anything else, sugar currently makes up about 13% of the calories that an American takes. Should be less than 10%. We eat too much sugar. We consume too much. Like a quick boost for Coca-Colas and drinks and chocolates. My thing is Snickers candy bar. I love my Snickers candy bars. They have them here. I don't buy them as I used to, but they have other alternative candy bars. It's a lot cheaper than Snickers. And sometimes we buy them by the box of 12, and we'll consume those in about 2 weeks between Ruth and I. We'll split them, or we'll have one. Sometimes I'll have one a day and skip a couple days. Sometimes I have 3 days in a row where I have one and not have one for a week later. But it just depends. So, although it gives you that energy, it helps increase the blood levels. If we consume too much, it can really get into obesity, heart disease, fatty liver, and diabetes. It does help your mood, though. I have to tell you, it helps with that mood. There's nothing like when you have that rebound of having that uh, chocolate in you. It helps you rebound better. That's why we have a lot of correlation, a lot of countries that have sugar, and also it has a high risk of depression. And reason why it has a high rate of depression because so much sugar, when people consume it, they get that high mood and they go down. Like foods, uh, cane sugar causes problems when it's eaten in excess quantities. If you eat too much of it, you crave it, you want it, you kind of got to have it, and it's something that you got to have. We sometimes don't realize that we have that craving, especially in large quantities of sugar. It can actually affect us, and it helps regulate your mood sometimes. But then your doctor's going to tell you stop eating the candy bars, quit drinking the drinks. I had to stop drinking drinks because it raised my blood pressure so much, not here in the States. And I had to quit probably when I was about 40, stop drinking the Coke because my blood pressure, I was drinking, I don't remember, a Coke a day. And he said, stop drinking those. Your blood pressure go back to normal. If not, I'll put you on medication because you're not doing well. Now, a lot of times there's alternatives here. And I want to say that there's alternatives to that. Uh, People don't realize you can actually use other things like fresh or frozen fruit. Fresh fruit will really help. It helps lessen the dependency on sugar. Applesauce, instead of using applesauce, maybe put applesauce. And I've done this, put applesauce in my, I have oatmeal in the morning. So I have my applesauce in the morning with banana berries, depending on what kind of berries I can get at the time there in the U.S. We can get bananas here, many bananas here, but we can't necessarily get the berries. Berries are hard to find. And of course, berries makes it sweet each time you eat a berry in your cereal. But if you don't have enough berries, you eat the cereal without the berry, it becomes bland because you're so used to that sweet flavor. Same thing with sugar. We get used to that sugar in our bowl of oatmeal, and the more the better, right? And so I limited that. I have 1 or 2 cups of coffee in the morning with the half tablespoon or 3/4. I don't put it full, believe me. I and then have sugar. Sometimes in my oatmeal, 1 or 2, and it's a small scoop because I don't put a lot in there. It's kind of bland when I eat it on purpose because I don't want to get dependent upon that. And so we started looking for fresh or frozen. They don't have anything here other than bananas. So we try to make sure there's bananas around the house. Luckily, we've been lucky enough. We have enough bananas on our trees. Now we pretty well have got all those gone, and we're ready for new bananas again. So we'll have to start buying our bananas. I mean, we had bananas probably for weeks and weeks and weeks, bananas, so it's really good. And we don't realize how a banana can make a difference. And fresh berries, even raspberries or blueberries or blackberries in your cereal, it's okay. In your oatmeal or whatever you eat in the morning. Sometimes I used to just grab and eat that with a banana, and that was my breakfast. And I have to tell you, I felt a lot better than I do now by having what I did with sugar. I caught myself yesterday eating a candy bar in the afternoon. It's really not a good thing to have that candy bar, right? So we're talking about sugar today. Is it good or bad for you? Sugar can be good. It can be bad because it also leads to obesity, liver, kidney disease, and it does affect a lot of other parts of your body because it can actually even with me, I notice when if I eat a lot of sweets that day, like for example, sometimes Ruth will make a cake and I have a cake and the icing it because she makes this pure chocolate, just pure chocolate. I'm talking Hershey's chocolate. You can just taste the chocolate, and it is a flavor that I enjoy. I love fudge. I'm not a chocolate eater though. I've never been a sweet eater. But man, for some reason, they say the older you get, the more sugar you crave. And I think that's what's happened with me. I crave a little bit more sugar than I probably should. But I know one thing that I do like my candy bar from time to time, and I do like my berries if we can find them. They do have strawberries here, but you have to go to Rega and get them. And that's about a 2.5 hour drive up in the mountains. And it's quite far to just get a pint or 2 quarts of strawberries and bring them back. I know one thing. We're thinking about going to Davao this next month, so maybe we'll pick up some strawberries on the way and make some kind of something. I want to thank everybody for always watching my healthy lifestyle, and thank you so much for always taking the time. I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Healthy Lifestyle. High five. God bless.